Hello, it is your sleepless god back with what if Gilgamesh was in Harry's body? I'm guessing it's 3. I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. Uh, Last time we left off, Gilgamesh got his letter from Hogwarts. And instead of the ginormous adventure that they went on trying to run this away, Gilgamesh said, "No, this is mine. I'm not letting you take this from me. This is mine, and this is never going to be yours. So fuck off." A good representation, at least. When he went to Diagon Alley, or at least when he went to the bar that's connected to Diagon Alley, instead of going to anywhere else, he went to Hagrid. Because he remembers everything. He remembers Hagrid bringing him, to the Dursleys, so he knows he's a trustworthy figure. He also counts him as one of his special people, the people he needs to put into his, one of his vaults, like one of his many treasures. It's like that. He's too big-hearted. He's too much of a masterpiece to ever be hurt. He also got all his wands, Hedwig, and everything like that. As well, he asked Hagrid for a coat, a big, big coat with a lot of pockets. I'll explain that when that comes up. As well as he, gave him platform 9 3/4. Got his wand. Afterwards, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. And I explained as well that because Harry did not go on that long adventure, Hagrid's going on a different day to grab the stone. Well, not that particular day, but he's grabbing it on a different day on Dumbledore's order still. One second. Got comfortable. So now, let's start the video. Now, Harry's back with the Dursleys. Now, with all of the stuff, his trunk is now, he has a trunk now. Obviously. His trunk is filled with all the stuff that he needs for Hogwarts, obviously. So, with that, he walks up to Dudley Dursley as Dudley's eating it. Not Dudley, sorry. Vernon Dursley. He's eating his, as he says, looks at him and says, "I need my own room." As Vernon says, "What do you mean, boy?" As he grabs the letter and says, "See," as he writes down, as he sees cupboard below the stairs, he says, they know where I'm at. And do you want a bunch of wizards to know how I sleep?" As Vernon was like, "Okay." As he goes in Dudley's toy room, as he cleans him out pretty quickly. As Dudley starts complaining, and then Harry says, "You literally break everything you own. You do not treasure anything. A room shouldn't be anything to you, okay? You already have one, you're fine." As Dudley says, but what? What are you going to say to me? Childish anguish, pain, and suffering? Come on, shut the fuck up and just be a little girl and, sit in your corner and cry, okay? As Dudley kind of looks at him and says, I can say whatever I want to. You can't stop me, okay? You're not strong enough. You never will be." As he walks into his own new room and he says, "This is trash. This is garbage." But it's worth my stock. He sees all the stuff that Dudley owned and broke. His computer that he got and he instantly broke, and he says, "This is why I do not." In his mind, Gilgamesh is sort of a hoarder. He grabbed anything with value and he treasures it. People as well, he treasures. And he keeps his promises like a treasure. So all of this stuff that he bought for him, even though like that's why he dogs on him so much, because he is rich, he is wealthy, he has so much more power than other people does. He's stronger, he's bigger, and he could be helping people. But now, no, he's breaking stuff. He's destroying this room, and he has all of this wealth, and he's doing nothing with it. And it just pisses him off a slight bit because it reminds him of his old self, his egotistical vibes of it. That he thought he was better than everyone else, even though he's not even close. He is as worse as everyone else, even worser in some worser words, even worse, way worse than other people can be because he has these powers. He has an ego. So he stays with the Dursleys for a couple of weeks in his own room, getting used to it as much as he physically possibly can before going to platform. Now, he doesn't ask Dudley Dursley for a ride anymore. Dursley says, "Do you need a ride to the station?" As he actually is trying to be kind a little bit to Harry, because it's his first day back and he doesn't want to get any bats out of any wizards. He says, "No, I'm fine. But I will tell you this. Thank you for asking." As he struggles to say that as he walks out the door, and as he summons an airship, a vehicle of some sort. It's made out of complete gold. As he hops onto it, he says, "Go." You see it just disappear, gone. As Dudley says, Dudley says, he looks at it and just says, "Can I have that?" As Vernon and Petunia says, his mouth is open as Gilgamesh, ends up in the platform as he's looking around, as he's, gosh, where is platform 9? It should be between 9 and 3. Wait. As he starts walking and he says, "Got it." As he grabs his trunk and all that stuff, as he doesn't have a cart on him. He's carrying his trunk, his owl and everything on him in his actually he's keeping his owl with him. He's actually on it, but all of his trunk and all that stuff is in, his vaults, is in what's it called? I'm just gonna say his vaults for now. He doesn't need any of that stuff. It's always there. And he doesn't really need any of that anyway, but he just saunters into it. As he goes out the other end, as he smiles. As he walks in, as he sees Neville Longbottom with something on his wrist. A sigil. Looks over. As Neville's mother is not mother. No, recorrect. Grandmother is, making sure he has everything like that. As Harry's smiling, as he's looking around, as he grabs one of the train handles, I should say, as he sees a girl. Red, bushy hair, big, almost like, what is it? Squirrel-like teeth, as she's struggling to get, as Harry grabs the trunk and lifts it up with one hand, as Hermione Granger pops up and wheels the cart, as she says, "Thank you," as Harry gets up and looks at her and just says, "You're welcome." As he starts walking down to the train, he's looking for an open seat as he hears gasp and like, is that I hear not I shouldn't say gasp, but like people talking about him. It's the famous Harry Potter. He's coming to Hogwarts. You know what he looks like? Harry's walking down with his uh, hands in his pocket as he bumps into someone. He looks over as he sees a blonde-haired, not even blonde, fully white-haired kid with two big oaf kind of guys. As he said, "Sorry," as Crab doesn't say a word, but Malfoy says, "This is Malfoy. You should be. You know who I am? Not a clue. Should I know?" As Malfoy looks at him, just says, "Yes. Yes, you should." As Harry looks at him and just says, "Well, then I'll see you later." As he starts walking away, as Malfoy's shocked by his, like, just ease into it. Like, he doesn't even care. As he sees an open door as one of his is just completely shut. No one's in there. As he walks in, just sits down and shuts it. As he says, "Oh, I guess this is going to be a long trailing ride." As he pulls out his Gate of Babylon. I just remembered it. He pulls out one of his many weapons. As he looks out the window, as he sees a family of red-haired boys and girls. One, two twins. Didn't know which one was who. A little girl, and like same age as Harry. It looks like with a little bit of dirt on his nose. Interesting. He looks at Ron and smiles a little bit. He kicks up his feet over to the other chair and completely covers it as he kind of rubs at his eyes a little bit as he says, "This is interesting. To the magical world, I guess." As Harry, hears people getting on, crossing his path as they're sitting with people that they know, and Harry says, "I guess everyone's sitting with everyone they know." He sees the two twin boys cross his path, but he sooner than later learns that it's going to be Fred and George Weasley. As right now, Gilgamesh has a blade in his hand. He's looking at it in a little way as he finally puts it away into his Gate of Babylon. As he leans back in his chair, as he sees the boy with a little bit of dirt on his nose walk in and says, "Everyone else is filth. Can I please sit?" As Gilgamesh says, "Absolutely. Go ahead." He shuts the door and sits down as he says, "Are you so what's your name?" As he says, Harry Potter." As Ron looks at him and just says, "What?" As Ron says, "Ron Weasley." Shakes his hand. He says, "Don't act nervous." As Ron says, "Do you have it like on your back?" That's as he pulls up his shirt as you see that the scars change throughout the years. It was first just this dirt creature, as now it is this. I shouldn't say lightning, because it's not. But it looks like a green scratch marker down his back as it's changed from the dirt-like figure to a beautiful green, almost like hair, scratch mark down his back as he says, "Yep, so you are him." As Gilgamesh kind of laughs, just laughs out loud. He says, "What does that mean? Like, anyone can be anyone, really." As Ron kind of laughs as well, kind of relaxing, because it's Gilgamesh, for fuck's sakes. He is one of the most beautiful dudes here. He stands up as he says, "Well, I just have to tell you something. I'm not here for special treatment. I'm not here for anything big. I am only here to be taught the same as you." As Ron stands up as well and grabs his shoulder and says, "Same. No special treatment. No nothing." As they both sit down and they start talking. As, obviously Harry's less about the wizarding world, but they just start talking back and forth about, their lives. He leaves her out the most about the Dursleys, but he mentioned his school life as Ron mentions his life and how, oh yeah, no, I have I have multiple brothers, like one of my brothers is a curse breaker, the other one's a dragon tamer. He's like, "Oh shit, like your family's your family's kind of sweet." As he's like, "Oh, of course, yeah, no, I wish I could live up to as he feels, Harry knows what that smell is: self-doubt, self-pity. As he grabs it and just says, "You can't look on your brothers like they've done better than you. You got to look at yourself. What can you do?" As Ron kind of feels a little bit hopeful about it, as Gilgamesh looks at him and just says, "If I always look at, if I look at it, I can't do anything like my father and mother did. But you're the boy who lived. My father was an Auror. He was head of the Quidditch League. He was a master seeker, and my mother was a charm mystique and amazing at potions. I could never get to that level if I keep on thinking I need to get to that level. They want to make me live my own life." So Ron looks at him and says, "Yeah, I get it." As the cart pulls up, as he says, the trolley girl says, "Candy?" As Ron says, "Yeah, sorry, no, I got sandwiches." Before Ron can even say that, he puts the sandwiches down, grabs out a couple of galleons, tosses her and says, "Give me a couple." As Ron and Harry eat all of the candy, munching on it, as Ron explains how, the boxes work and how, famous witches and wizards and all that stuff as they collected. As the door opens, as you see a girl. She has a tail coming out of her back as ears, it's the girl with the buck teeth. It's Hermione Granger. As her ears peaked up right now, as she has a bow slinged around her back, as she says, "Have you seen a toad? I'm looking one for Neville Longbottom." As Harry looks at her and just says, smiles. Now, this is not friendship that he's getting from them. It's not even close. It's companionship at the best. But he's trying to learn more, and these are like master relationships for him. Like if he had one. He only has one friend. And he has died a long, long time ago. As this is where we're going to end off the video. I hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.